We are coming to you from Bamberg for the debut performance of both Brose Bamberg and Montakit Fuenlabrada in the Basketball Champions League. It is game day 1 of the regular season. Two teams that have never participated in this competition before, but two names known throughout European basketball will be facing off here tonight in their opening game in Group C. After our qualification, we are now down to 32 teams. We'll be facing it off in groups of 8 teams, and there are the 8 teams in Group C. 2 games taking place for you last night, with Antwerp and Dijon getting the victories. And then tonight, Ike facing off against Jerusalem in a game currently underway. And then our game, the nightcap, as Brose face off against Fuenlabrada. We said these teams compete divided into 4 groups of 8. They will be attempting to be one of the top 4 finishers in the regular season to see them and move on to the round of 16 and try and advance to the Final 4, which this year will take place, next year will take place between the 3rd and the 5th of May. Well, Brose, a name in European basketball through their participation in recent years, will make its debut here at home tonight. They are the 6th German team to participate in this competition. 15 nations represented this year, and their visitors tonight is that team there, Fuenlabrada, the 4th Spanish team to play in the Basketball Champions League. And we look through their lineup. Guys, keep an eye out for, don't really look too much further than Marko Popovic, the number 2. He really is the engine in the backcourt. And then also number 9, Francisco Paco Cruz, and number 30, Daniel Clark, have been the key players in the early stages of the season in the domestic ACB for Fuenlabrada. And for Brose, and after a disappointment last year of their lowest finish, 4th place in the German Bundesliga, lowest finish since 2010. They will come here with a very deep and experienced lineup. They started with a victory in the BBL. Look out for Tyrese, the number 4, there at the top, and he is surrounded by a bunch of names that you will have seen before. Ilovac and Rubit, 2 guys that had big games for them domestically this past weekend. There is a quick glimpse of Augustino Rubit, the American forward, who, as I said, coming off a big game with 24 points in the Bundesliga this past weekend. And then a man who is known to Basketball Champions League's fans there in Arnoldas Kubuka and also Christian Iyenga, 2 players that have played for different teams in this competition, but will have been seen by fans of the Champions League in years gone by. So teams go to the benches. They'll be called out as young Jacob Round comes out, first man for Fuenlabrada, 18-year-old. We will see his first substantial minutes tonight. Want to keep an eye out for the future. And there is Paco Cruz, the Mexican international, has had a fine start to the season. And his new head coach, Augustin Yul, the man in charge for Fuenlabrada. There's the experienced Daniel Clark and Christian Iyenga come out at the back. So Fuenlabrada now onto the floor, getting ready for the game. What an opening it is for them on the road in Brose, and what is a very competitive Group C. Crowd on their feet. And out by the mascot. There's Fuenlabrada look on Popovic, little smile. There's Tyrese Rice, the man who'll lead out this Brose Bamberg team, the lefty guard. Experience, played domestically in Spain for Barcelona, so he will know the Fuenlabrada team extensively. crazies in Bamberg, one of the finest arenas in European basketball. They'll be hoping to inspire their team to a good start. Luis Alinde there, the young German under-20 international, came off a fantastic European Championships in Chemnitz in Germany. Helped his team to the first medal at that age group. Alinde really was a key performer for that team. A future star in German national team basketball, I'm sure of that. And let's see. Remaining players coming out. Last out by Arnoldus Kulbuka. That is Heckman. And then Arnoldus Kulbuka. The last man out in the BCL, the Basketball Champions League, best young player of the year in 2017-18. So there is the Brose Baskets team. We said they have started well domestically, won their opening game in the Bundesliga, 84-80 over Würzburg. Rubitz led the way, 24 points. Yellowbacks had 17 as well, and then Tyrese Rice, 10 points and 6 assists, doing what he seems to always do, putting points and assists on the board for his team. There are 3 officials for today's game. Georgios Porzandis, Yunus Kalik and Apostolos Kalpakas. Quick glimpse of them as they prepare for this game. So Fuenlabrada started 1 win and 2 losses in the ACB. Lost this past weekend, a heartbreaker, 2-point defeat to Madrid rivals Estudiantes. Paco Cruz led the way, 18 points, and Marko Popovic, the other double-figure scorer for them. As we see their starting 5, it is Ian O'Leary, Thomas Bellas, Paco Cruz, Alex Yorka, and Talit Azana. No changes to that Fuenlabrada lineup. But expect to see them rotate, and as they did on the weekend for head coach Augustin Ljoub. As a team which barely had a player over 20 minutes against the Estudiantes. They are deep and expect to see more of the same here tonight. There's no Lucas Nogueira in the lineup tonight for Fuenlabrada. Late signing for them, didn't participate in pre-season. He'll be lost tonight. The former NBA player. As we now turn our attentions to Brose, it is Zizis, Yellowbacks, Stuckey, Alinde and Rubit that get the starting lineup. So there is Luis Alinde, the number 16. Talked about him, an under-20 international who, you know, saw sparing minutes last season for this Brose team, and their head coach Ainas Bagatsis, the Latvian. But Alinde, a man we have seen grow for Brose Baskets, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of impact he has here tonight. He played 4 minutes in the game on the weekend, so a great opportunity for him to show the ability that he does have, the potential. Spanish teams, 5 wins and 2 losses in the 7 games they have played against German opposition in the Basketball Champions League. Will that run continue as Fuenlabrada travel on the road to Bamberg? Or will it be Brose get their debut campaign in the Basketball Champions League off to a strong start at home? Group C, very competitive indeed. We got a glimpse of the teams, but when you have the reigning champions, Ike, Hapoel Jerusalem, Antwerp, Dijon, Cabelis and Chesnimberg in there. There is no easy games in this Group C. Not really an outstanding favourite, but don't forget it is only the top 4 that advance. The 5th and 6th place teams will go into the FIBA Euro Cup. Teams 7 and 8 will be eliminated from any further European competition. So vital that you protect your home floor here in the Basketball Champions League. Fuenlabrada come out. They all know a chance to get a road victory against a team like Brose doesn't come very easily. And let's go back to that Sis, Brose head coach. Brose in the black uniforms then, and Fuenlabrada in the white. Great atmosphere as always in Freak City. Brose will have that sixth man of the crowd to call upon as we are up and underway. Opening possession controlled by Fuenlabrada. They will bring it down. Velas has the ball at the point. Waiting for Cruz. Here he is. Francisco, or Paco Cruz as he's known, finds O'Leary. And Ian O'Leary gets them off the mark on the first possession. Great possession for Fuenlabrada then. And now they'll be on the defensive end. There's Bamberg. Go through Stuckey. He gets knocked to the floor, but he's going to be called for the travel. Crowd doesn't like it. Maurice Stuckey not overly keen on the call. He'll go back to Fuenlabrada. Good defense from Zana. It's in the way. Second possession. Velas has it. And now it is Alex Iorka. Iorka back to Velas. Cruz again in the corner. It's a foot on the sideline though. And possession back to Bamberg. So there is Francisco Cruz, the mainstay of the Mexican national team in recent years. Came over to Spain a couple of seasons ago with Fuenlabrada. Really has grown year on year. Their leading scorer in the ACB, 14 points per game through those first 3 games. Now look at the pressure on Zizis. He finds Stuckey. Stuckey stops and fires the 3. Comes up short though. Easy rebound for Zana. Here comes Velas. Fuenlabrada moving the ball, allowing Cruz to create once again. Steps inside, can't get it. Zana on the offensive rebound. His attempt goes over the backboard. Too strong for Zana. Gives it back to Brose. Zana, 28-year-old Nigerian. Good find to the inside and the easy finish for Agustin Rubit. Rubit, strong game on the weekend. Already mentioned that, 24 points. As the 3 goes up, this one doesn't go. For Iorka. As a foul is called. Now it's called on Thomas Bellis. That is Rubit, and he's played all of his professional career in Germany. Second year with Brose. Now he's going to square up, fires over the top. Can't get it to go. Good rebound by Iorka. Here he comes. Finds Cruz. Cruz dances with it. Loses it. And it's going to go to Fuenlabrada. Well, Linde landed on him. But Cruz had already lost it out of bounds. I think the ball hit the baseline before the foul. That's why the official gave it to the German team. It is Rubit putting it on the floor. His pass a little too strong. Eight seconds on the clock. This will bring it in. finds Stuckey. This is the screen. Now Zizis has the step along the baseline. Oh, defense didn't rotate in time. Belas just got blown past. Zizis gets the finish. Known as a passer, of course, Zizis does have that scoring punch if he needs it. Belas is 3 in response, doesn't go. Stuckey tries to push. Uses that quick screen and a fine step along the baseline. Rubit again, causing those problems for Fuenlabrada, that speed he has. At the line. Justin Rubit then. Actually from Houston, Texas. Previously played for the Water Tigers Turin and Radfarm teams in Germany. After a strong career at the University of South Alabama. Been in Germany since 2014. Second is good. Strong start from Rubit. He has 4 points. And Bamberg, the early 3-point lead here. Cuts through, doesn't get anything. Here he comes now off the screen. No, they go to the back door. Lovely lob pass. O'Leary, all 5 for Fuenlabrada. Rubit for 3. Can't get it. O'Leary tips it. Zana comes to clean up, takes out his own man on the rebound. He'll now set this early screen. Cruz waiting. Finds Zana. Can he finish? No, he can't. But he will go to the line. Chance to add 2. Hard way. As he is fouled. Good screen in transition from Fuenlabrada. Surely they'll please that man there. Head coach Yulb. And his opposite number. And Agassiz. Zana. His first point of the night. It's them both to go. Good step from the Yellowbats. And he's going to be fouled. Belas didn't like this call. No, it was actually against Ian O'Leary. That's why. Thomas Belas didn't like the call because he didn't make the foul. He's going to guard. Zizis here. Comes off the high screen. Stuckey steps out. He's going to be open. Good rotation defensively. Alinde only got 5 on the clock. He's going to have to make something happen here. Goes to Stuckey. Stuckey's 3 way off. And Zana snatches in the rebound. No hurry for Fuenlabrada. They'll back it out. Start over. Belas gets it. O'Leary reverses it around. Here comes your guy. He has the step on Alinde. Nice little find. Cruz rejected though. Rubit with the good defensive stop. And now Zizis finds Alinde cutting to the basket. He can't finish. Frustrated. He's got to get back here. Zana goes high, but Alinde rejects it. Well, Alinde was slow to get back. He was frustrated. He missed the layup. That is the potential he has, though, that length. A real defensive menace. Gets the block, and now he's going to go to the bench. Watch this from Alinde. Times it well. That's the rejection from Rubit. Back to back blocks for Bamberg. As Kulbuka comes in for the first time, as does Tyrese Rice for Bamberg. It is Belas waiting for the screen from Zana. He'll set it. Belas pulls up. Good shot from him. Velas makes his first points of the evening. And now Tyrese Rice goes over to Kulbuka. Kulbuka runs into some trouble, loses it. It will stay with Bamberg though. So Kulbuka played on loan last year at Capo d'Orlando in the Basketball Champions League. Strong games, strong season he had for their team. Now he's gone back to Brose. Let's see if he can have the same impact. Rice with just 4 on the clock, got a lot of room. Thinks about it, finds Stuckey, just 1 second on the clock. He comes up way short, and here comes Yorka pushing the other way. And Yorka reverses it back to Velas high. And now Cruz, we've seen a lot of that ball early. Velas skips it over to Cruz. Make sure he doesn't go out of bounds. 5 seconds now, Zana scoring up, taking the jump shot and knocking it down. Philippe Zana's had a strong start to this one. 4 points, 4 rebounds now for him and Fuenlabrada, who were 6-3 down at one stage. Now a bit of a run and that 5-point lead. Rice into the lane. Beautiful shot from Tyrese Rice. Such a skilled offensive player. And shoot the 3, and if you get too close, that blazing speed that he has, and possesses one of the finest floaters. A short finish like we just saw there in European basketball. There is Cruz. The screen from Zana. Cruz pulls up and knocks it down. Good Cruz, first points of the night for him. Their leading scorer domestically in the ACB, Cruz is. Now, the pull up from Yelovats rejected by O'Leary. Here comes Cruz, they got numbers. Fuenlabrada, Cruz takes a little runner himself and knocks it down. We said about Tyrese Rice having that little push shot. Exactly the same thing that's in the arsenal of Paco Cruz. He knocks it down, moves swiftly to 4, and it's a timeout here. Bamberg call it a run for Fuenlabrada. Remember, they were 6-3 down and now lead 15-8 So a 13-3 run for Fuenlabrada here.
Maybe because he's just like dropping all the way to track. You know you're going to pin both of us. And show a little
Great communication in that Fuenlabrada timeout then. A lot of voices as we see the block that led to this finish from Paco Cruz. And that has given them the early 7-point lead. Tyrese Rice basket, the only one coming in his last few minutes for Brose, and had their lead pegged back. So his first points in the Basketball Champions League for Tyrese Rice. He now has the ball. Guarded closely by Luka Rupnik. Fresh man in for Fuenlabrada. Ayinga is out there as well. Rice again into the lane, can't finish. Here comes the other way, Zana gets the score and he's fouled. Great kick ahead pass from Luka Rupnik. And Philippe Zana said he'd started strongly. Beats everyone down the floor. It looks like Elias Harris. Picks up the foul. First thing that he's done. Eccentric. Zana will be at the line then. It's Cliff Alexander. Sees his first action. Score is good. It Here's Alexander having it taken away by Azana. Chance to run for Rupnik. He spins away from the defender who fouls him. Substitutions. Gonzalez comes in for his first action for Fuenlabrada. There's Cruz trying to find some room. Stops, fires the jumper, can't get it. Fight for the rebound and great energy from Gonzalez. That's what he's going to do. Put himself around, rebound the ball. Now Rupnik steps past Rice, finds Gonzalez. He's rejected. Alexander with the big block. Here comes Tyrese Rice. Nearly loses it as Iyengar guards him closely. But then commits the foul. Iyengar, a little smile. Brose fans starting to get into this one. The team still trailing by 10. Slow going in this first quarter offensively for them. Rice will take the three and knocks it down. Well, Tyrese Rice has been instant impact offensively. No surprise there. 5 points for him. It is Cruz. Waits for the screen from O'Leary. And now Rupnik wants it again. Screen from Gonzalez. He'll roll to the ring. Rupnik loses it. Finds Iyengar though wide open. Not sure what happened to the defense. Booker slow on the closeout. There's Rice. Heads down the floor, goes through the gears. And we'll get a foul call here. Earn himself a trip to the line. Side Chema Gonzalez picks up his first personal. Gonzalez just not ready to play defense there. Got in the way of Rupnik. Tyrese Rice at the line. And what hasn't he done already in this game? Tyrese Rice made the three, got to the lane, now gets himself fouled. Makes both free throws. Well, the 10-point lead that was there just a second ago has been cut right back. Foul away from the ball. Now the veteran reinforcements are going to come in for Fuenlabrada. Marko Popovic and Daniel Clark come in. Arguably the two best players for Fuenlabrada. Popovic, a man who has been a scoring threat throughout his career. Croatian international, there he is. Played at 6 Eurobasket championships over his career. Clark here. Big British forward. Spaces the floor well as Rupnik comes off the screen. Fires the three, doesn't get it. Good box out. Rebound from Harris. Here comes Rice. Throwing it high. Alexander putting it down. Great combination between Rice and Alexander. There's Iyengar off the screen. Gets into the lane. Easy finish for him. Christian Iyengar, despite getting older, still a phenomenal athlete. This is a man who led his team in scoring in the Basketball Champions League before. There's Alexander trying to get it up high again, taken away that time by Gonzalez. Here comes Iyengar. Iyengar steps through, gets the finish, and he will be fouled. Back-to-back scores for Iyengar, another man who has extensive NBA experience. Here we see Tyrese Rice. Pinpoint pass for Alexander. Put it over the top of Clark. And chance to add the next point, and he does. Fresh up the floor. Bellas, who's back out there for Fuenlabrada. Harris has it. taking his time against Clark. Tries to step through. Nowhere to go, though. Kicks it to Rice. 4 on the clock for him. Finds Harris. Good rotation from Gonzalez. But Harris still manages to get the roll. Defense was pretty good from Fuenlabrada there, but Bamberg's offense just that step better. Inside the final 10 seconds then. Ballas holds it. Goes to Yenga. He had the step, but he goes out of bounds. So the sideline possession. 4.8 left for Bamberg to get one final score. After struggling offensively. Wants to get to 20 here with a 3. They go to Harris. Harris crosses over. Gets all the way. Lays it up for 2. Elias Harris with the score. Great play from him with the clock winding down. So after 10 minutes here then, great game shaping up at home. Brose Baskets trail 19-23. We are treated with some quarter-time entertainment here. The crowd don't really need much entertaining. The game is doing that. Bamberg struggling, just 1 of 5 from beyond the three-point line, as are Fuenlabrada, but both teams' offense got going really second half of that first quarter after a slow start from Bamberg. They gave up a 13-3 run in that middle section. I think they'll be pleased to trail by just 4. Both teams having rotated a lot. But that is how they like to play. O'Leary got us off with a 3. He had the first 5 points for Fuenlabrada. As Brose looked comfortable, especially Rubit doing an excellent job helping out the Brose team. It's in commanding form for Coach Bagzasis. But then for Fuenlabrada and Coach Yul, the team responded well. They got the offense moving. They got it up to a double-digit lead in that first quarter as well. 10 at one stage before they allowed Brose back into the game, or Brose forced their own way back into the game, should I say, through some strong defense, and Tyrese Rice carrying the offensive load. He had 7 in that first quarter, Rice. He will remain out there on the floor. Now he'll slide away from the ball a little. Let's Daniel Schmidt handle it. And Schmidt goes all the way, can't finish. Offensive rebound. Doesn't go, but Harris making a nuisance of himself on the glass. Nice, Harris. Go to the line. 4 points, 2 rebounds for him. Gets a miss from the field. Here's Harris, played college basketball in the US. Gonzaga. Gets back on defense. Popovic trying to find some room, comes off the screen, steps back, throws it up high. Good feed for Gonzalez. He knew he was guarded by the smaller man. And he took it in for the easy finish. Great play from Popovic. He's now going to play some defense on Schmidt. Schmidt waiting for Harris. Here he is, squaring up against Clark. Trying to use that speed. Harris backs out. Good rotation from Gonzalez. Took a little shot to the midsection, I think. Slow to get up the floor. Inga cuts off. Oh, good read from Rice. Took it away. 2 more for him. Great anticipation on defense, and Tyrese Rice knew the play. This time Popovic collects it. Ayenga along the baseline, cut off well, but still he manages to get the finish. Pretty decent defense from Patrick Heckman there, cut off the baseline drive. Didn't foul, but Ayenga, too much for him offensively. Here is Rice once more. Getting it out to Schmidt, finds Heckman, feet set. Easy finish for Patrick Heckman. First look for him. Knew that was going in the moment he caught the ball. Feet were set, was in rhythm. Great timing on the pass. Second three of the evening for Bamberg then. As Popovic comes off the high screen. There's Clark. He'll take the three in response. Short from Daniel Clark. Gonzalez grabs it in. And now Bellas. Goes to the corner. Ayenga sells the fake. And fires a three. Didn't have the rhythm to it there. Rice will push. He's got numbers. Goes to Harris, who's rejected, but goaltending against Fuenlabrada and Christian Ayenga. Timeout called because Bamberg have their first lead since 6-3 early in the game. Good run and a great start to the second quarter for them. 9-4 as Fuenlabrada will call the timeout, took this one over.
Lo que no puede ser es que fallamos aquí o perdemos el balón, contraataque Rice, contraataque ahora, todas las veces que se deja.
Mira, tío, te va dando stop players. Guys, all good. All good things.
There is two more, or two of the points for Therese Rice. 9 points for him, 3 of 4 from the field, 3 assists as well. What an impact he has been. Will there be any response for Fuenlabrada coming out of this timeout? Popovic is off the screen. Ayenga back it down against Heckman. Oh, steps to the inside. Gonzalez, little jump hook. This is everything. He goes down. Gonzalez, he went down like he was in a lot of pain there. He got back up quickly. Still in some discomfort. He will head to the sideline. Philip Zana comes back in on a strong start to the game. It was for Zana. Not much lost really for Fuenlabrada. Rice handles the ball. He's off the screen. He's off the second one from Alexander. Oh, what a no-look pass! And Alexander dunks it home. Rice with a bullet pass. Found Alexander. 4th assist of the night already for Therese Rice. Popovic. It's a great pass of his own to the inside. And Zana, to the disgust of the Brose fans, will draw the foul and go to the line. Look at this from Rice. Watch the eyes. Looks to the side. Just sells it enough to move Christian Ayenga out to the outside. Alexander gets the easy score. Zana's first is good. Jesus looks on, does the rest of the Brose bench. Second doesn't go though. Still a 2-point lead for Bamberg. Nice, continues out on the floors, but a good stretch. Goes to the corner, Harris. Pulls up over Clark. Can't get it to go, though. Popovic gives it over to Bellas to run something here, get organised. Fuenlabrada. Popovic comes off the screen, has Clark, extra pass. Wide open from Bellas. He gets it to go. Great spacing that time for Fuenlabrada. Foul is called. Popovic doesn't like it.
Montakit Fuenlabrada number 2. Popovic, first person, erstes Foul, unsportsmanlike, unsportliches Foul.
Unsportsmanlike foul was called. The disgust of Popovic. Alexander will be at the line for 2. He's frustrated, he misses the first. Interesting story. Cliff Alexander played just 1 year at Kansas before getting drafted in the NBA. Rice now with possession, 5 on the clock, steps back, tough 3, doesn't get it. Clark grabs in the rebound. Here comes Popovic, heading the other way. Off the screen from Clark. Too much attention from Morris Stuckey. A Rice smile from Stuckey. Alexander goes out. That's Rice. What experience to bring in, though, with Nikos Izis. Back out onto the floor for Bamberg. Popovic skips it to Clark. Clark thought about it. Now gives it to Bellas. Bellas trying to find some room. Takes the tough pull up. Way short from him. Izis the other way. Turnover. Rubit, sorry. Burst the ball. Now Zizis gets into the lane. Great pass out. The open 3 was Yelovac. Look at Iyengar. Take the rebound. Push it in transition. Popovic wants him to come back up, but Iyengar is on the floor. Popovic jumped into the air thinking Iyengar was going to be open. But Iyengar had stumbled. And it just hit him on the back as he lay out of bounds. Giving possession back to Bamberg. Tied game here. It's been close throughout. Fuenlabrada opened up a double-digit lead in the first quarter, but just one run for them. As now Zizis finds some room. Pulls up on the edge of the 3-second key. Far too easy. Iyengar apologizes for the defensive rotation he didn't make. Bellas finds Popovic now. He kicks it out to Iyengar. He hesitated on the 3. Wants it in the post. Spins away from Heckman, but jump shot just off. Zizis. Now Stuckey moves it on. Zizis. Heckman's made 1. Can't get this one to fall. Great work from Rubin on the glass, and Popovic. This could be called for the foul. He thought he got some ball, but Clark goes out. O'Leary back, and Paco Cruz in for Ian O'Leary, for Marko Popovic as well. It is Izis. Looking for Stuckey. Yelovac turns and fires. Off though, but look at the great work of Rubin on the offensive board. The kick out. 3 doesn't go. Zana eventually snatches it in. Open floor here for Fuenlabrada, but they're not going to be in a hurry. Cruz is fouled. And the referee just trying to calm down the Fuenlabrada bench. Stuckey commits his second. Ball was a bit late for the Fuenla bench. Comes in from the side to O'Leary. He ends it off. It's the attempt to pass, and Bellas goes out of bounds. O'Leary was open on the little cut to the ring, wasn't found. Cruz now doesn't have much room, finds O'Leary, takes the contact and will shoot 2. Pekka Cruz and O'Leary found some space where there didn't look to be any. First foul on Rubit. And O'Leary at the line then. Played at St. Mary's University in California. Or moving over to Europe. Had a lot of his time in Spain. Starting off in the lower leagues before moving his way up into the ACB. Rubit nearly loses it. Not sure if that was a pass or a fumble. Either way, Patrick Heckman picks it up and gets 2 points. Great awareness from him. Heckman cutting to the ring, finds the ball. Cruz off the screen. Backs it out. Guarded by a Stuckey with 5 on the clock. Fires up a tough 3. Cruz, but hits nothing but the bottom of the net. The groan from the crowd. Paco Cruz, high arcing jumper from him. Knocks it down. 8 points personal now as he's tied the game at 35. Zizis responds with a tough hanging shot in the lane. The lob, O'Leary loses it though. He goes back to Brose. O'Leary apologizes. It's a pretty good pass. This is the previous possession. Watch this from Cruz. Has to throw it up high over Rubit. Well, he's going to get an assist for it. Not sure if it was intentional or not, even seeing it for a second time. As Torres Rice comes back into the game. Brosa, Zizis skips it over to Rubit. A couple of fakes from him. Now he's going to take the 3. I've been very impressed with Augustin Rubit. 7 points, 4 rebounds for him. 40 points up for Bamberg after that slow start offensively. Really have found their rhythm. Cruz, that was a great one to the corner. Alas, behind his back to Paco Cruz. And he dances inside, fouled, and he's going to get the score. Paco Cruz doing it all offensively. 10 points for him. First man into double figures. 4 of 7 from the field. He's got 3 assists as well, Cruz. Look at this, behind the back from Bellas. Kulbuka comes back onto the floor. Cruz can't get the roll. Heady play to tip it away. Rubit to Yelovats. Quick three, and this is everything. It's had a tough one tonight so far. Stefan Yelovats, 0 points, 0 of 4 from the field. He had 17 points domestically on the weekend. Yet to get it going here. One man who has is Cruz, who finds O'Leary on the baseline. O'Leary the easy score, but it's all about Paco Cruz. 12 points and now 4 assists for him. His team trail by 1. It is 40-39 and a timeout called by Brose. That's the leaders, Rice, Rubit leading the way. Therese Rice and Rubit both having fine games. And they'll be frustrated having that lead, and then they're going to get cut back again. It felt like they've been in the ascendancy in this second quarter. They're just not able to build a sizable advantage. Bamberg, every time it feels like they have the momentum. Back comes Fuenlabrada. Largest lead of the game, only 5 points for the German team. Fuenlabrada had that 10-point advantage in the first quarter. And it's been all about this man. Look at Cruz, splits between 2, draws the 3rd. Gets the easy dunk. Florian O'Leary. Back to action then. Last minute and 15 seconds. It is a 1-point advantage for the hometown team. They are on offense. Salinde gives it back to Rice. Now he gets it to the inside. Can he finish? Can't, but it's there to be tipped home by Rubit. Good work from him following up. Salinde just didn't have the strength to finish against Zana. Now Cruz. Wide open, of course that's going to go. The way he's played in this one, cannot give that much room to Paco Cruz. 13 points personal now. And he ties the game at 42. Rice is fouled. Last foul to give from Luka Rupnik. Slovenian. I don't know what he was doing then. Sideline possession. 30 seconds remaining in this first half. Kulbuka. Backing it down against Cruz. Steps through. His shot doesn't go, but it's tipped in. Looks like it's going to go to Luis Salinde. Good work from him to just keep it alive. I'm not sure he knew much about it going in. But 2 points will be in the book for him. And Brose, it is the 2 points that separates the two teams right now. 44 plays 42, 20 seconds left. Fuenlabrada call the timeout. There's the follow. Tipping it home for Justin Rubit. He has 9 points. Joins Therese Rice as the 2 lead scorers for Brose. Going to have to play on the defensive end here for this last 20 seconds. Clark back out on the floor. Popovic out there as well for this final possession. Pressure up the floor. Rupnik gets it. Now he goes into the hands of Paco Cruz. He's going to have 15 seconds. Watch for Clark to set this fake screen. And Cruz holds. Here comes Clark. Steps. Cruz on the switch. Attacks. Turns and fires over the top of Harris to top off what has been a fantastic first half for the Mexican international. Paco Cruz has 15 points. He is 6 of 9 from the field, and he has tied it at 44 here. Well, what a first half we have had. Brose Bamberg, 44. Fuenlabrada, 44. Classic basketball, Champions League basketball for you. The teams will go to the locker rooms. I think both coaches will be delighted with this offensive output. Bamberg just 3 of 12 from me on the three-point line, but from 2-point range, looked up after it very well indeed. Used that spark of Rubit and Rice as well. But they will both be talking about the defensive end and trying to figure out how they can slow down the opposition. Offense, the leaders right now. So we see the game leaders in the key statistical categories. Cruz, no surprise to see him as the game's leading scorer. He has 15. I mentioned Tyrese Rice, one of 2 guys on double figures. Oh, one of 2 guys on 9 for Bamberg. They are also joined by, as Harris has 8. Zana a strong game, 8 points. Ayenga a quiet 7. Didn't really notice him too much out there. 7 points in 11 minutes. He did pick up a couple of 3-point plays. So the halftime crowd here will be treated to another live musical performance. We will leave you with some of these highlights from the first 20 minutes. Some great offense from both teams. Entertaining basketball. We are tied 44 apiece here going into the second half. Make sure you go nowhere to see who will take the lead in their debut game in the Basketball Champions League. Will it be Brose Bamberg or Fuenlabrada? Welcome back to Freak City then. It is half-time here. Brose Baskets facing off against Fuenlabrada. Two teams making their debut in the Basketball Champions League. And they've treated us to a fabulous first half. 44 apiece at the interval. Both offenses firing all cylinders for Fuenlabrada. A team which had a double-digit lead in the first quarter, but then struggled in the second, hanging on a little. And if it wasn't for the strong play of the star in the first half, Paco Cruz, where would they be? Ian O'Leary there, who's had a strong game himself, but a couple of his easy baskets have been a result of the Mexican guard, Cruz. He has 15 points and 4 assists, going 6 of 9 from the field. On the other side, Brose have used some good, strong performances from guys you would have heard of before. None more so than Therese Rice, 9 points and 4 assists in just 11 minutes for him. And Augustine Rubit, 9 points, 5 rebounds in 13 minutes. Strong performance there. A lot of questions for the coaches at this half-time break. How are they going to adjust to the opposition? What are they going to do to try and slow down their offense? Because right now, both teams have struggled to get control on that defensive end, despite some good spells. Look at the quarter-by-quarter scores. It's 23-19 first quarter for Fuenlabrada, and 25-21 second quarter for Brose. So I think that is what the two teams will be talking about at the half, rather than offensively, where both teams have shot it pretty well. Good percentages across the board. Haven't seen too many turnovers from either teams, although Brose have enjoyed 12 points from turnovers. What will happen here in this second half? We are Group C, opening game of the Basketball Champions League. Two teams in their first ever game in this competition. We talked about how important it is to protect home floor. And Brose will not want to give up anything here in Bamberg. You see some of these key actions from the first half. Coach Bagdaxis will know how important that home floor is. Second half is underway then. Fuenlabrada with possession. They have Bellas, Cruz, Yorka, O'Leary and Zana. Same five that started the game for them out there. As Bellas has it tipped. Harris thought he had saved it, but he took off from out of bounds. And Brose changed five for them. Nice Harris, Heckman, Rice, Rubit and Zizis. The five on the floor for the German team. Could be their five best players in that first half as O'Leary comes off the screen. And Zizis picks up the foul. Rubit on the steal. Gives it over to Zizis and his little jump shot doesn't go. Opportunity missed for Bamberg. Bellas using that high screen. He's got the skip pass open. Yorka steps to the inside. Good rotation though from Rubit. Anticipated it well. Now in the opposite direction. Brose trying to find something. Rubit just waiting for Rice. Here he is, turns the corner. Great kick out. Rubit for three. Some fault. Bellas finds Cruz. Cruz misses the layup. He wanted the foul. They have to get back on defense as Bamberg go the other way. Open man in the corner is Zizis. Not used those. Rice pulls up and he knocks it down. He wanted the foul. So both then asking for the call. Neither got it. Foul away from the ball. Zizis. He doesn't like the call. 3 in a row. Players moaning at the officials. Let's have a look here. Rice comes off the screen. He thinks he's bumped as he takes off it. I don't see too much in that. Of course, we've got a different angle. Zizis has to sit down as he picks up the foul. Stuckey has replaced him. And his personal foul, number 3 against Nikos Zizis. Cruz waits. Shot clock to 5. Finds Zana, who lays it up. Thought he was going to elevate and get the dunk, but instead sells a little fake. Make sure he's under control. Easy score to tie the game again. Double figures now for Talib Zana. He's played well. This end of the floor is where he's needed, though. That match up against Rubit as Rice nearly has it taken away. I love the question. Thomas Bellas asked the referee, this was a foul? This is not possible, was his response. But it is a foul, sideline possession. Got to be careful as Bellas comes from behind. Open 3 for Heckman, in and out. Cruz kicks it. Zana now for 3. And the jumper is good. Rubit. As the layup goes, strong drive and finish from Yorka. Back and forth game here. Yorka with 5. Rice kicks it out. Harris takes the bump from O'Leary.
Montakit Fuenlabrada, number 4, Ian O'Leary, second personal, zweites Foul.
Rice has it tipped away. 8 on the clock here. Bellas gets too close. Cruz picks up Rice. 3 on the clock. Offensive foul is going to be called against Harris under the basket. Trying to post up against O'Leary. Starting to get after it now. Challenging each other. The physicality of the game increasing. And Harris picks up his second. Cruz attacks the baseline. Oh, throws a little no-look pass to O'Leary. He can't get the roll. It's going to be a foul. Hackman pushing the back, I think. The finish is good. Zana once again causing problems. Fuenlabrada opening up this little lead. Cool Booker. Doesn't get it to go. He's a fine 3-point shooter, we know that. Rubit is there for the offensive rebound. Gets the foul. Comes out. O'Leary which is in. He was on the floor, so I don't think it would have counted. A little lead opening up here for Fuenlabrada then. Some good defense for them. They've held Bamberg to just 4 points in this opening 4.5 minutes. As Rice turns it over, Yorka goes all the way and lays it up. Well, we said at the half, one team is going to have to step up defensively in order to win this game, and so far, Fuenlabrada are the team that's done that. Answering all the questions. Only 5 minutes into this third quarter, they've only given up 4 points as Rubit steps inside, he comes up short. Harris with a rebound, fights his way up, can't get it. And Paco Cruz there with a defensive board. Here comes Cruz to O'Leary. His pass nearly goes in. He was looking to the outside to try and find Yorka. And then a foul committed by Kulbuka. Look at the read. Kulbuka just stopped, didn't he? Waited for the pass. Yorka read the lane and was able to get there before it got to the Lithuanian. So Clark comes in for Fuenlabrada. Alexander as well as the replacement for Bamberg. Both teams making changes. Also Fuenlabrada to really turn the screws here. Got a 6-point lead. Zana short on the first. So Bamberg now going with Alexander, Yelovax, Kulbuka, Rice and Schmidt on the floor. Fuenlabrada, Bellas, Clark, Cruz, Yorka and Zana. They're 5. Zana goes 1 of 2, 15 points, 7 rebounds for him. Great game for Zana. Again, good defense from Fuenlabrada. They tip it out of bounds. 10 seconds on the clock. Yorka goes out. Iinga comes in. You can almost sense Fuenlabrada smelling a little blood here. Olinde comes in now. Rice. The screen, trying to find some room, nearly loses it, goes over the top of Popovic and gets a score. Well, when they needed something to get them started in the first half, Teresa Rice had the answer. See if he can do that here in the third quarter. 13 on the game for him now. Here comes Popovic, off a couple of screens, he's into lane, he's going to be fouled and he gets the score. Popovic curls off the stagger screens, defense on his back. Schmidt just didn't stop in time. Has the bonus as well. A quiet one for him. Usually such a prolific scorer. As Rice now pulls up and he's fouled. Almost the same thing as the opposite end. And the defender, in this case Thomas Bellas, just couldn't quite stop in time. Rice pulled up in front of him. This makes the first 2. Basket was open on that first cut. Popovic for three. Short, good look for him. I think Fuenlabrada will take that. Rice the other way though, he's gonna have to be stopped here. Therese Rice looking to take over. Clark grabs in the rebound. Here comes Fuenlabrada the other way, rejected by Alinde, but it's put home by Bellas. Well, Fuenlabrada, Bellas with a beautiful bounce pass between two defenders. Alinde recovered, got the rejection, showing his defensive abilities. But Bellas there to clean it up. Now he deflects the pass as well. As Fuenlabrada go the other way, Iyengar back to Popovic. Defense well recovered though from Brose. Popovic off the screen, finds Bellas. Can't get it to fall. Good rebound from Zana. And it's going to go into the hands of Iyengar. Here's Bellas. Runner doesn't go. Clark with the offensive rebound. They'll get another go here. Popovic. He comes up short. How many good looks did they get on that possession? Fuenlabrada, 7-point lead, really could have stretched out to 10. Rice now, holding and waiting. It's got stagnant for Brose. He backs it out, finds Alexander. His jump shot doesn't go. First man to it is Popovic. They're going to have numbers here. Fuenlabrada. Popovic stops and goes. Finds Iyengar around the ring. Clark's open for three. That's dangerous. He comes up short. Well, Fuenlabrada missed some good looks from some great shooters. Jelovac squares up and he knocks it down. 4 of 13. They are for three, Fuenlabrada. As Jelovac makes his first basket of the game. Clark reverses it around to Iyengar. Iyengar called for the offensive foul. Jelovac does a good job defensively there. Got his feet in front, took the contact. Crowd starting to get into this one. Here it is, Jelovac against Clark. Fouled. On the floor. Basket waved away. Look at this pass, and then Alinde timed it beautifully, only to turn and see Bellas laying it up behind him. Great play all round. Look at that. After his first field goal, adds the free throw. Popovic using the high screen. He has Rupnik for three. Oh, they've missed some really good ones now. Fuenlabrada. It's going to be the difference in the game. As the pass is loose and it will go back to Fuenlabrada. If they start to make these, you can't see a way back for Bamberg. You feel like this lead's just going to open up, but if they continue to miss, the opportunity is there for Bamberg. Trailing by three still. Both teams done a pretty good job looking after the ball. Are inside the final minute of the third quarter. Here comes Popovic off those screens. Another look for three, and this time Fuenlabrada do knock it down. You cannot keep giving guys like Marko Popovic that sort of space. Jelovac puts it on the floor, loses it. Popovic thinks about running, waits, goes to Iyengar, who just has it slip through his hands. Well, this game has been there for Fuenla, hasn't it? They had some looks that they would take in this third quarter. Chance in transition there with numbers. And turn it over. Zizis fouled. And Rupnik looks towards the bench. He didn't want to foul in that situation because it is team fouls against his team. Means Zizis will go to the line. First is good. Second doesn't go. He's going to get another one. Fuenlabrada inside the three-point line too early. This takes the free throw for a second time. Makes it this time. Also changes for Bamberg for the final 7.5. Defensive line up out onto the floor. Don't want to commit any fouls or get guys with foul trouble. Popovic off the screen from Clark. Popovic flips it out. Are they going to have time? No, don't get it away before the buzzer sounds. So that is the end of three here. Fuenlabrada have a 4-point lead, but you've got to feel an opportunity perhaps missed from them. Towards the end of that third period, they were the team in the ascendancy. Had some great opportunities to take a substantial lead that they didn't take. And is that the signal for Bamberg to get back into this one?
Also du hast Basketballerfahrung, das ist schon mal gut. Und es geht dieses tolle E-Bike. Also wir geben Vollgas runter, wir drücken dir alle Daumen und wir werden jetzt erstmal laut bitte hier in der Brose Arena. 15 Sekunden Zeit für dich, bist du bereit?
Some of the highlights from that third quarter there. Said it's going to be interesting to see how much that quarter plays in the final result of the game here. There is a way back for Brose. I feel like just the way they hung on there is a big reason for that. Road victory so difficult to come by. Fuenlabrada maybe frustrated. We are underway in the fourth and final period. Rice has the ball. Alexander comes to set that hard screen. Rice with a good fake. Now he'll take the three and knocks it down. Makes it a one-point game. Great start for Bamberg. Exactly what they would have wanted coming out of the timeout or out of the quarter break. Inga coming into the post. Here he is against Stuckey. Backing it down, Inga steps through. A lot of patience from him, but he can't finish. And now Rice will have it again. Zizis draws a foul against Rupnik. Screen. Foul is called this time against Gonzalez.
Number 15, Fuenlabrada, Chema Gonzalez, second personal, zweites foul.
Back-to-back fouls. It's Fuenlabrada. Oh, and then a steal from Rupnik. Great play from him, and it's going to be 2 shots. Foul against Alexander. Luka Rupnik with a great defensive play. Referee's talking about it. Wondering why it's not an unsportsmanlike foul here. That's what the Fuenlabrada players are asking. Nick will be at the line. Just a regular foul. And he fails on the first free throw, so a point saved by Cliff Alexander. Second is good. First point of the game for Rupnik. Taken 2 shots. As is this? Finds Yelovac. He's going to draw the foul against Clark.
Montakit number 13, Dan Clark, und das drittes Foul.
Fuenlabrada commit their 13th foul already here. We played a minute of the quarter. Rice pulls up and buries another 3. Second 3 of the 4th quarter for Tyrese Rice. He has given Bamberg the 1-point lead. 22 personal now for him. Gonzalez down the middle, finishes it. And it's Fuenlabrada to now take the lead. Back and forth, 4th quarter. This is going to be. Zizis waiting. He wants to hit Rice. Here he is. Rice trying to find some room. He's guarded by Ayenga, the bigger man. As Clark recovers to Yelovac. Does a good job there. Ayenga trying to get back to Rice. Doesn't get close enough though. Third 3 for Tyrese Rice. 25 on the game for him now. 4 of 5 from the 3-point line, as you can see there. Popovic fouled. You see Rice. That's the first one of the 2. Even the bigger man, him in Yenga, he still gets it away. Rupnik's 3 doesn't go. Rebounds batted around. It's going to be a foul against Alexander. Gonzalez does a good job chasing it down. So Cruz comes back in. Places Popovic. Fuenlabrada struggle to get it inbounds to eventually get into the hands of Cruz. He's got the mismatch here. Got it by Yelovac and gets an easy shot away. When it doesn't fall, Ayenga tips it home. 9 for Ayenga. Rice off that high screen once more. This time he hands it to Zizis. Rice into the lane. Goes over the top of Clark and lays it up. Oh, great finish from Rice. Gives Bamberg the 2-point lead. Cruz to Clark. Extra pass. Rupnik for 3. Wide open. Doesn't get it. Clark with a rebound. Puts it home. Ties it. 70 apiece. Good team basketball from Fuenlabrada. Space the floor well. And still you feel they start making these 3s. They're going to break this game open. But on this end of the floor, anytime you have this man with the ball, good things happen. Open 3. Doesn't fall for Rubit. And now Cruz holds and waits for Gonzalez to slip to the ring. Now Cruz puts it on the floor. Ayenga thought about it. but gets a better one before it's wiped away by Rubit. Great help defense from Augustin Rubit. Looked like Iyengar was going to get a good shot at the ring. As you see, Rice beats his man, finishes over Clark at the ring as well. That is a tough finish. Rice has done it all here. 27 points personal, 9 of 13 from the field, 6 assists as well. Zizis comes off the screen, lays it up. And it is a timeout here, 2-point game. 72 plays 70, 6:15 left.
Die Brose Bamberg Dancers, herzlichen Dank. Und denkt dran, liebe Fans, jetzt wieder eure Twitch-Domain auf der Match bestimmen. Nutzt das kostenlose Basketball-Netz und die Brose Bamberg App. Einmal pro User in der zweiten Halbzeit. Wirklich.
Tyrese Rice started to take over this game. His team only lead by 2. Cruz finds Clark for 3. Short, good fight on the rebound from Gonzalez, and Iyengar comes up with it in the end. He'll get another possession. Again, a good 3 from Fuenlabrada. Just keep coming up short. Have a quick look, 3-point percentage, just 5 of 19 for Fuenlabrada. 2 of those 3 makes, 2 of the 5 makes come in from Paco Cruz, who's 2 of 3. Zana coming back into the game then. Try and see if he can finish it the final 6 minutes. Cruz to Iyengar. Let him go one-on-one, but it's an offensive foul. They didn't like the call. He's got to be careful here. Doesn't want to get a technical foul. I think you can tell Christian Iyengar's understanding of that call. Bench points there from Bamberg, slightly changed because 27 of them come from this man here. Rice, who comes off the screen, draws 4 defenders around him and he loses it. Well, Rice thinks it's his. He's got crowded out there. So often a willing provider. On that occasion, just couldn't find the man though. Let's have a look at this one for Iyengar. Well, he does have the arm raised a little towards the chin of Heckman. Cruz to Ballas, back to Cruz. Zana wants it on the inside, he doesn't get it though. He'll come to set the screen. Cruz draws the switch. Loose pass from him, taken away by Stuckey. Stuckey, 3 against 3. Can we call for the travel? Crowd didn't like that one. Back to Fuenlabrada. Foul away from the ball. That's Clark. So, quick possessions on either side. Pull back with Bamberg. Clark picks up his fourth. He goes to the bench. O'Leary comes back. Nice then. To the corner. Jelovac fires a quick three. Doesn't go. Cruz kicks ahead to Bellas. Here he is, back to the Mexican. Paco Cruz throws it high. Good take from Mayenga. Zana hit from behind. Clean block from the referee. Looks like Zana just got kind of caught on the net here on the way down. Bellas reverses it. Cruz tries to pull up off the screen. Whistle goes. Foul is against Brose. Foul against Stuckey. Team fouls against both teams now. Still 4.5 minutes left. Zana, what a game he has had. 16 points, 9 rebounds. Just a single rebound shy of the double-double. 2 of 2 here as well. Ties the game, 72 apiece. I expected a close game between these two teams. It's been exactly that, hasn't it? Hardly anything in it. As Rice takes a three, doesn't get that one. O'Leary can only get a hand to the rebound and it falls into the hands of Rubit to collect it. Jelovac, three doesn't go, fight for the rebound. Mayenga wins the battle. Fuenlabrada's turn now. Using the screen for Paco Cruz. Here he is now playing with Zana up high. Cruz off a couple of screens. Quickly into the hands of O'Leary. He stumbles with it. Throws a poor pass back. Just 2 on the clock. Bellas throws it up. Misses everything. Bamberg the other way. Zizis trying to find some room for that mid-range jump shot he loves. He'll go once again. On the roll, Rubit draws the foul and takes the free throw as well. Augustine Rubit gets the finish. Good play from Zizis, just waits for his big man to roll. Kind of frustrated, not picking up the personal foul. Only his second though. Augustine Rubin then at the line as Popovic returns to action in his final 3.5 minutes. Doesn't go for Rubin. You would put money on that. Well, he's played in this game. 13 points, 7 rebounds for him. Popovic. Now Zana on that low block. Draws the foul. Jelovac just reaches in. That's frustrated his big man. I think he wants him to force Zana in one direction. Two of 2 last time, Zana, at this time. Comes up short on his first attempt. 8 of 10 he is from the line. Misses the pair there, nearly goes in. Wow, ball was deflected somehow. Came off the hands, bounced up high, nearly fell. Oh, good touch pass. And the power finish from Rubit. Jelovac with a beautiful touch pass. High-low finds Rubit, who is fouled by Popovic. Still has the power to get the score. But here's the double team against the pick and roll. Rice passes out. Here's Inga. It's the hands of Popovic. 5-point lead now for Bamberg. Still plenty of time left. Bellas off the screen. Kicks it out. Iyengar for three. Another great look for Fuenlabrada. Again, it bounces clear. And Bamberg, all four players, coming down the floor slowly. Zizis sells the fake. He can't hit. Another chance for Fuenlabrada, perhaps. Bellas. Reverses it to O'Leary. Now Popovic. Popovic would love to get a three away. Finds O'Leary, and now Popovic against a mismatch. Guarded by Heckman. Takes the three. Doesn't go. Jelovac grabs the rebound, tells everybody to calm down. Gets it safely into the hands of Tyrese Rice. We're under 2 minutes. 5-point lead for Bamberg here at home. Their debut game in the Basketball Champions League. Jelovac for three. Will that be enough to seal it? Big time three from Stefan Jelovac. He gets the crowd pumped up here. Tyrese Rice draws all the attention. Finds him open. What a game from Rice. What a big shot from Stefan Jelovac.
¿Vale? Para jugar, pítanos aquí. David, we need a good screen para quick roll. Quick roll. Vamos. Y aquí, lo mismo. ¿Vale? Lo más importante es seguir pensando que lo podemos hacer.
Let's go like switch. Let's go like a switch. Be smart on the rebound.
Bamberg on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Das ist am Abschlussball erst noch lange hin. Und somit sparen wir auf. Begleiten wir mal einigermaßen neu. 256 Liter Bier.
That may well be the three. Opens up the lead, enough for Bamberg to take this victory here in Gender 1 of the Basketball Champions League. Of course, plenty of time still remaining for Fuenlabrada. But as you watched action last night, you'll see it's not over until the final seconds as Avellino know full well. Popovic draws the foul. I think that was against Rubit. It's against Zizis. Confusion over who's shooting from the line. It is Zana now. He goes to the charity stripe. 7 of 11, not 8 of 10 as I previously said. But he missed those last two. That time looked a lot more comfortable, makes that one. Second gets the roll. Inga's going to come back here. Final 91 seconds. Pressure up the floor for Fuenlabrada. He's on small. Inga guarding Jelovac. He finds Rice safely, and he is fouled by Bellas. This is the trouble. Those early fouls they committed. Remember, there was 2 in the first minute of this fourth quarter. Now, any foul sees the clock stopped and Therese Rice go to the line. He will extend the game, but I don't think they want to give Rice this opportunity. With a 6-point lead. Not really pressure free throws for a man of his ability. Sana comes back in. He's out there for his offense. Rice makes the first. Matching their fist bumps with the man that's not there for his team. 2 of 2 for Rice. What a game Therese Rice has had. 30 points personal. Popovic off the high screen. Gets into the lane now. Trying to find some room. Gets it to Ayengo. Runs into his own man. Cruz now. It's going to be an offensive foul. Heckman. Great job defensively once again. Third time I've seen him take the charge, Patrick Heckman. Very good work defensively from him. And now an 8-point lead for Bamberg. 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. Here is Jelavac. He'll take the quick 3. Doesn't get it, but Rubit is there for the rebound. Rubit trying to dribble it out. 10 seconds on the clock. Don't want to foul now if Yazana. He ties it up. Arrow is in favor of Fuenlabrada. 48 seconds left. Remember, points difference always important in the Basketball Champions League. These teams face each other home and away, with the aggregate score being important should they finish level between these two teams. So Fuenlabrada know if they win at home, it's the margin of victory to see who comes out higher in the head-to-head as Leary fires the 3 and knocks it down. A big basket to cut this lead and gives it back, the possession back to Brose, who will advance the ball after the timeout, assuming they choose to, of course. And Coach Pagaxis. Well, it's been a good, strong performance from Bamberg here at home. They need to finalise it. Of course, only 5-point advantage, I mentioned. And if you watched any Basketball Champions League action last night, you'd have seen Avellino and Nizhny Novgorod go to a double overtime. It looked like the game was dead and buried in favour of Avellino at the end of the first overtime until Kendrick Perry stepped up. 2 seconds remaining. The out-of-bounds play didn't work to try and get him a 3. He just broke towards the ball, caught it, fired it high. Nothing but the bottom of the net as the buzzer sounded to send it to a second overtime. They couldn't take the victory in the end, Nizhny Novgorod. But it shows you the game is never done. And Leary's 3 has kept his team alive here. Rice making his way out onto the floor again. Sideline possession, they do advance the ball. Shot clock to 14 then. As Izzy struggles to get it in bounds, just manages to find Rice, who is fouled by Zana.
Number 42, Montakit Fuenlabrada, that was a drittes foul.
No discussion going on, so close to a 5-second violation there. Bamberg just managed to get it in the hands of Therese Rice. He'll be at the line. What a game he has had. First gets the drop. Nice, at the line. 8 of 8 tonight. Second doesn't go. Violation. The violation was against Bamberg, so it's possession for Fuenlabrada, and they will call a timeout. And again, they have the choice if they want to advance the ball. I assume they will. They trail by 6, a 3 here on this possession. It'll make it very interesting indeed.
Cristian, Marco está dentro. Marco, un taco. ¿Vale? Cristian goes to the corner, ¿ok? Y aquí, con un poco más de espacio, Paco, le pones un flare a Marco, ¿vale? Y te abre la vía. Uno u otro, ¿vale? O este o este. Cristian, vas un poco más tarde, un segundo más tarde, para tener esa opción.
Come on, make a play. Let's go.
I get 1, 2, 3. Here we go for the quick shot.
Fuenlabrada will advance the ball then. 34.7 left. Balasta bring it in. Cruz and Popovic are the threat. Oh, good backdoor cut from Paco Cruz. He's fouled and he gets the score. Heckman puts his hands to his head. Well, a great designed play there. They went for the quick score, 2 or a 3. And that's exactly what they got. Cruz will be at the line. A chance to make this a 3-point game. Still 33 seconds remaining. They have the opportunity not to foul here. Fuenlabrada, if they choose not to. Oh, no one seems to want to finish this game. Both teams have had their opportunity. Cruz steadies himself. An important free throw. Makes it. It is a 1-possession game. As Paco Cruz goes to 18 points. Bamberg managed to get in. They're going to use Yelovac to bring it down the floor. He's picked it up. 4 seconds for Rice. Here comes the double team. Rice is fouled by Yenga. They do choose to foul then. Still got plenty of time left. There'll be 2 shots for Tyrese Rice, who's yet to miss from the free throw line here. There's the cut and finish. Sorry, Rice did miss his last one, didn't he? He was 8 of 8 before that miss. One makes it a 2-possession game. Rice steadies himself at the line. Looked comfortable on the first. 9 of 10 he is. 31 points, Tyrese Rice. Don't forget the 8 assists as well. And a bit of everything offensively from him. 2 of 2. So Fuenlabrada now, they've got 1 point back, but time ticking away. Yenga needs to go quickly. He has the 3, he takes it. Is he going to get a drop? He does! 2-point game now, 17 seconds remaining. Bamberg have the choice. They advance the ball and put the shot clock at 14, or they take it under their own basket and keep the shot clock at 24. Looks like they're going to take it under their own basket, use up some time. Means that Fuenlabrada have to come and foul to get the ball back. There you see the percentages. I mean, Fuenlabrada, 7 of 24. They had so many good looks, so many opportunities, especially in that third period, to just almost seal the game at that point. They didn't take them though, and now they're chasing from behind.
But just guys, look, they're going for a steal, probably they go for a foul. Okay? Yeah, Patrick is... Okay, and obviously, don't slow down, guys.
If we don't steal the ball, if they mount open them here. Christian can stay longer like this. Yes, face to the ball, face to face. Jump and touch. Safety, 1 2 seconds to steal.
More for the coaches to talk about then. Here is Inga getting those feet behind the line. He got the friendly roll. That is what has made it a 2-point game here. 85 plays 83. 17 seconds, and this is the new rule coming into play. Bamberg don't have to advance the ball after the timeout. They can keep it under their own basket. Shot clock is now turned off. Zizic trying to find an opening. He finds Rice, he stumbles. Just manages to stay on his feet, though, before he's fouled by Iyenga. Iyenga will foul out in that particular possession. Rice will be at the line. Iyenga not too happy. So Iyenga goes out. Back in comes Thomas Bellas. After the big three, Iyenga frustrated. The foul was called against him. Rice will be at the line. Needs the pair to make it that 2-possession game, but he misses. So Fuenlabrada have the opportunity, a 3 to tie here. Assuming Therese Rice makes this one. If he misses, a 3 will win it for the Spanish team. Rice shot it so well from the line. That's just his second miss. Now makes it. They need a 3 to tie it. 14 seconds remaining. Fuenlabrada sub. They bring in Daniel Clark, a man who can make threes with the best of them. Plenty of time. There is Clark. 15 seconds. Fuenlabrada need a 3. Clark screens for Popovic. He's fouled by Harris immediately. So it'll be 2 shots for Popovic. Harris knew what he was doing, commits the foul. Didn't want to give up the 3-point attempt. Popovic has no way of tying the game here. But for Fuenlabrada, they still have the chance to make both free throws, foul, and hope that Bamberg miss one of those. It's a free throw shooting contest here in Bamberg. Starts with Marko Popovic. One of one on the game from the Lion Popovic. Only 6 points tonight. First is good. Smooth looking stroke from Popovic. This is a man who's played 6 Euro baskets for the Croatian national team between 2003 and 2017. Played at the Olympics, played at the World Championship. He knows pressure, and he makes them both. 1-point game, 9.8. They've got to get a steal or an immediate foul. Zizic trying to bring it in. Finds Rice. He runs into the double team, passes ahead. Stuckey gets fouled. 5.2 on the clock. The Fuenlabrada team look towards the official. They're asking why there was no travel called. It'll be Maurice Stuckey at the line then. 28-year-old German. He's had a quiet offensive game, Stuckey. He wanted to foul before that one. Stuckey 0 of 4 from the field. Hasn't shot a free throw as Bellas fouls out. And he will go to the line. He needs a pair. And just to be able to have the option of fouling if you're Bamberg. No timeouts left for Fuenlabrada. Stuckey for the first. Buries it. There's a confident stroke. And Stuckey takes the second. Makes it. They need a 3. Fuenlabrada Bamberg might try and foul. They do foul immediately against Cruz, and time ticking away here. Is it short enough already for Cruz to try and miss the second? See if they can tip the rebound out. Zizis fouls out. Sacrifices himself as he goes to the bench. Do a round of applause. 3.6 seconds left, 3-point game. He's got to make the first. Cruz. Another discussion here. Substitution. So Cruz is going to be at the line. Both teams are preparing for him to miss the second. He has to make the first, though. He does that. Now, will he try to miss and see if Fuenlabrada can get the rebound or tip it back for a final shot? 3.6 seconds remaining. 2-point game here. Cruz at the line. Shoots it high. Misses. It goes out of bounds off Bamberg. And it is going to be possession for Fuenlabrada. 2.2 seconds left. Bamberg can't foul now. There's no timeouts left, though. What an ending to this game. Clark will bring it in. Popovic off a couple of screens. Cruz into the backcourt, fires it high for the win! Paco Cruz on the buzzer! Shocks Bamberg, and Fuenlabrada win this one. Incredible scenes here. Cruz with the prayer. He threw it high, hit nothing but the bottom of the net, and they are stunned in Bamberg. What a finish. Bamberg looked like they had the game sealed up. Paco Cruz at the line. He made the first. He intentionally missed the second. Bamberg couldn't take in the rebound. They knocked it out of bounds. And then on the end line possession, Cruz flaring deep into the backcourt. Got the three-point heave away to win the game. 3 of 4 from beyond the three-point line. Paco Cruz. And Fuenlabrada sneak one on the road, 89-88 over Brose Bamberg. Wow, what an incredible victory. Bamberg just looked so comfortable through that second half. Really looked like they had the game sealed. And as I said, just like last night, there is no easy wins in the Basketball Champions League. And Fuenlabrada, off the back of 2 huge performances, 22 of Paco Cruz, 19 of Telibzana as well. Look at this one. Cruz catches it, fires it. Rice is there. And it goes to win the game. What more can be said? Nothing but the bottom of the net. Not sure that was what they were drawing up on the out of bounds, but Paco Cruz knocks it down. And it is Fuenlabrada that will move to 1-0 in Group C. There are the numbers. Pretty close throughout. Free throws a problem for Fuenlabrada, but they won the rebounding battle. 14 offensive rebounds, none more key than that final one. The one just tipped out of bounds to give them possession with 2.2 left on the clock. And Bamberg will be frustrated after such a huge performance of Tyrese Rice. 33 points, 8 assists. He was the game leader for Bamberg, the game leader in both those categories. Well, there are the three scorers for either team. Zana 19, Ayinga 12 to help Cruz. Rubit 16, Zizis found out with 10 as well. But what a game to introduce the Basketball Champions League to the fans here in Bamberg. We had a 1-point game. It was a buzzer beater. Eventually won by Fuenlabrada on the heave from Paco Cruz. Well, this is what it's all about. The debut game for both these two teams. Fuenlabrada will move to the top of Group C. And Bamberg will need to regroup for next week. Now we'll leave you with some of the highlights of a highly entertaining game here from Bamberg. As I say, good night, and make sure you join us again next week.